Welcome back to my channel, Gaming Etc. I'm your host, Etc. Dude. And today we're continuing our playthrough of Madoka Magica Portable. In the last episode, we ended up beating The Wish I Prayed For, the Saika chapter, and of course seeing the end of that. Similar to all the routes we've seen, Saika made her wish for someone else, that someone else being Kyosuke. But it didn't quite pan out in the favor that she would hope for. You could say that Saika did want Kyosuke to fall in love with her, and she wanted him to express his feelings towards her, but of course they're both on the same wavelength, so it's kind of like they just keep going opposite to one another. It's like when they should, they don't, and when they don't, they feel like they should. Still, a very interesting route, and then at the end of that we got to see that Homura of course reset the timeline because the outcome that she was hoping for did not happen, which is to save Madoka. And from the last one I did mention that I was going to explain what happens if you don't get Saika's grief seed within the 2 days. The long and short is that she becomes a witch, and the other endings involve her becoming a witch. Again, we haven't quite learned the subtle nuances on how that happens. How the girls become witches when they fight witches. Maybe as we move forward through this, we'll figure that out. Maybe we won't. Can't tell you. But anyways, let's pick our new chapter. And now here we have another chapter that didn't exist before. And this is the Kyoko chapter. That was my only hope left. And so that makes 2 additional chapters that did not exist at the start of the game. And I should make note there that honestly you could make this a really short game. You only really have to play as if we met in a dream, only if you're by my side, and then you could reach the very last locked chapter there. The destiny could be changed. And that one is the Homura chapter. As for reaching these other ones, you have to of course get the good ending, which is what we've done every time. We've not let Mami become a witch, we've not let Saika become a witch, and now here we are with Kyoko. So, that said, let's get started. It looks like you're finally here. I heard Mommy kick the bucket. Someone has to pick up the slack, right? I've actually been waiting for a long time for her to get out of my way. Oh my, you'll never change, will you? You really hate your town that much? It's not that I hate it, but the witches in my territory are all weak. I'm really sick of it. On that note, this city has a delicious smell of witches. It really seems to be the best hunting ground. I can't just ignore it. Maybe, but Mami Tomoe died to one of these witches. But that's perfect. That annoying little nag being gone makes this the best. I did warn her that you can't save everyone. Saving other people with this power has nothing in it for us. She rejected everything I said, yet she's the one who died in the end. That feels kinda good. How was Mommy's death though? What do you mean by that? I mean if she died without suffering or not. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Huh. I'm stupid for asking. Does it matter to you in any way? You hated Mommy, right? Not really. I was just wondering. We used to be friends for a little while. Ah, stop. No use sulking over it. I gotta cheer up. Gotta go hunt some witches. and get grief seeds to distance myself. I'll have to enjoy my new hunting ground. Mommy, you idiot. You kept saying you'll fight witches to protect people, but in the end, you still died. No one will ever know. No one will ever praise you. No one will ever understand. Even though you've protected Mitakihara City all alone this time. I am a magical girl too. Will I end up dying the same way one day? Is death all that we deserve? By the way, this may not be as easy as you think. Huh? What you mean? I'm sorry, but this territory already has a new magical girl. Huh? What are you saying? Are you mistaken or something? She made a contract only recently. The hell? That's irritating. But you know what? I'm not giving up this great territory for some weak rookie girl. What do you intend to do? It should be obvious. In short, I'll just crush her to pieces. That was my only hope left. Now here we are on the morning of day 2, and we've just seen the introduction to this chapter and the introduction to Kyoko, and how she came to learn of Mommy's passing. Of course, we've already known that Kyoko quite doesn't show her feelings outright. They internalize. Not in the same sense as Sayaka, but the two are, you know, compatible with one another. And anyways, our only choices here are Madoka, Homura, and Kyoko. And since again, it's a Kyoko chapter, we're going to choose everything Kyoko. But as you can note here, Homura doesn't look like the Homura we've seen before. She doesn't have her glasses on. She doesn't look, for a lack of a better way to describe her, more innocent. So it does make you wonder, how much time has passed? Is this immediately after the events of the last chapter? Or has some time passed and she's reset time a few times over to get to this result? Who knows? We'll see. But anyways, let's continue on. Jeez, I slept on an awful bed, so I woke up early. Well, time to go and get some food. I'm gonna need a bigger basket. Let's see. There's apples and bananas and oranges. There's only so much snacks I can carry. This should last half a day. It doesn't get any better than this. Hey, you there! Huh? What are you doing? Are you blind? I'm taking food back home. You didn't pay for that. Pay up! It's fine. I don't have to pay for it. Just shut up and let me through. Don't play with me. I'm not messing with ya. I don't have to pay ya a dime. What are you talking about? You're a student, aren't you? What school do you go to? I'll make sure to have your teacher down here. I don't go to school. Why? I never went to school. Then let's call the police. Jeez, what a pain in the ass. I told you not to worry about it too much. See you later. What? Where did she go? I'm sure she was here just a minute ago. Even if they call the police, it's not like I'm going to get caught. Ah. This is so annoying. You stole again. Huh? Oh, it's you, Cube. I'm not sorry that I did it. In your society, isn't stealing supposed to be wrong? Well, it sure is. But it's up to me with what I can do with the power I got. After all, I do a good job. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting a reasonable gift in return. Job? I didn't know you were working. I am. I'm taking down witches for you. You should all be thanking me. I can't believe you said that. Well, it's all coming out of my mouth. I ain't no mommy. I see. Come on, I already paid you more than enough for all this magic. What did you pay with, Kyoko? I'm curious to know. There was a price to pay for this. I already paid you, Cube. I see. So I'm going to use this power as I please. And only for myself. I don't want to hear anyone complain. Not even you. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 10. Kyosuke. Hey, Saika. Is everything okay? Yeah, much better. It's like nothing bad ever happened. That's good to know. So when are you getting discharged? Haha, it's still too early for that. I haven't finished rehabilitating my leg yet. I should be able to walk properly. How about your hand? I'm a little surprised, but my hand works well. Thank goodness. It's really strange. The doctor said he doesn't know why it suddenly healed. So he said I need to undergo a more thorough examination for now. But how are you feeling overall? Do you feel anything unusual about your body? No, and that's the scary part. It's as if this whole accident was a bad dream. I asked myself, why am I lying in this bed? See? It's like I said, miracles really do happen. I'm sorry. Wait, why so sudden? I said a lot of terrible things to you. My depression shouldn't excuse me for that. You don't have to bring up such a weird thing. You should be really happy right now. Don't make that face. You're right. I guess all of this just feels surreal. Well, that's understandable. Oh, I guess it's about time. Huh? Kyosuke, let's go get some fresh air. What are we doing here anyway? It'll be fine. What the? Congratulations, Kyosuke. Congratulations. Congratulations, Kyosuke. Everyone's here. The real celebration will be when you get out of the hospital. Your hand healed before your legs did. Kyosuke, take this. My violin? You told me to get rid of it, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Come on, try it, Kyosuke. You don't have to be afraid. Okay. Mommy, my wish came true. There's no such thing as regret. I'm the happiest I've ever been. So that's the new magical girl in town, huh? You're going to go through the trouble of using your magical power to peek at them? You're so annoying. You're the one who's always snooping. It looks like you're planning to get involved with her. Everything's going well. This looks so easy. I'll kill that punk in an instant. Or what? You got a problem with me? Not everything is going your way. There's another magical girl in this town. Eh? Who the hell could that be? That's news to me. I don't understand it either. Huh? What do you mean? She made a contract with you to become a magical girl, didn't she? You could say yes. You could also say no. She is extremely irregular. You can't predict how she will act. Ha! Fine by me. I don't want to be too boring. You gotta have a little fun, you know? We're trying to fill Mommy's shoes, so we have to put up a fight. It's just a game to see who will gain control of the city. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 20. Now we've moved into the evening of day 2. And from what we just seen there, obviously Saika has made her wish for Kyosuke's sake in this part. And to dissect from what we've known already, Mommy did die. Saika did know of Mommy, so clearly those parts in this storyline align differently. We see Kyoko basically spying on the scene on the rooftop. But while she's spying, Kiwi does tell her that there's another magical girl that's an anomaly within, let's just say, this timeline here, that it knows exists but can't remember making a contract with it. There's that whole part. And of course, Kyoko's a little bit happy of that. You know, she wants to assert her dominance over Mitakihara City. But one of the bigger points we still have yet to figure out whether or not Madoka is a magical girl in this timeline. We've seen that there was a scene with her, but we have no idea whether or not she's a magical girl or even knows that they exist. As far as we've been aware, it's only been Saika and Mommy, and then of course Homura joined in from whatever timeline she came from. But is Madoka a magical girl? We've yet to figure out. But anyways, our two options for this one are Saika and Kyoko, and we're just going to continue with Kyoko's storyline. Heh. Good. My soul gem is going bing bing. What a nice town. Looks like I came to the right place. Ah! Huh? What the? Is that kid lost? Daddy, where are you? Where did you go? Shut up. I don't like kids. Ah! Papa! You can't live without your parents' help. But if you try to go somewhere by yourself, you'll get lost. Lost kids get what they deserve. There's no way for anyone to help them. I used to get lost and cry a lot. Mommy, Daddy, why? What did I do? Ah! Wah! Ugh. Ah! Why did I think of that again? I'm not like that anymore. Shut up! Wah! Ah! Shut up! Hey, Brett. You're a boy, right? Don't cry because you lost your parents. Uh? Uh? People take being alone for granted. You shouldn't live depending on others. Stop being spoiled. Don't make the mistake of thinking someone will always be there for you. Where? There's no one. Here, take this. It's candy. Don't you like these? Yeah, thank you. See you later. Here, don't cry anymore, okay? Okay. Remembering the past without permission? Preaching to kids without permission? What the hell am I doing? I'm such a big idiot. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 10. Now we've moved into the night of day 2, and our only option is Kyoko, and it looks like we're going to go into a witch's labyrinth, which, you know, that's part of what she wants. And as we've seen, that her being back in Mitakiharu City is bringing back a lot of old memories, old feelings that, for a better way to describe it, she's trying to forget, and has tried her best to forget everything. Of course, they just pop right in, and her true self, which is still a very helpful person, does peek out every once in a while. And you can see that with her interaction with Tatsuya. Will she know who that is? We'll figure that out as we continue the story. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue that. This response is from, damn, it's only a familiar. Wasting my time. Oh well, I'll just have to look elsewhere. Huh? No way, can't be. Is there someone else trapped in the barrier with the familiar? No. This wave of magic is from a magical girl. She's inside and fighting it. She's messing around with the familiar. What a rookie. Well, it can't be helped. Time to give her a reality check and teach her how the real world works. Hey, hold on just a minute. What the hell do you think you're doing? The familiar's running away. What are you doing? Because of you, it ran away. And? Are you blind or something? That's not a witch. It's a familiar. That thing doesn't have a grief seed. Kyubei, who the hell is this girl? Kyoko Sakura. Like you and Mommy, she's a magical girl. She's the same as us? Yeah, I'm a magical girl who's older than you. You should listen to your elders. How can you say all of that? If we leave those things alone, someone is going to get killed. Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine? That's not okay. You're supposed to let them eat 4 or 5 people and wait until they become witches. That's when you know they can drop a grief seed. What are you doing? Choking a chicken before it lays eggs? What? What are you talking about? People are being attacked by witches, and you're leaving them to die? I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. Do you know what a food chain is? You learned it in school, right? Witches eat weak people. we eat the witches. That's the rule of thumb. That's the law of nature. Why you? You gotta be kidding me. You didn't sign up with Cubase to make that kind of joke, did ya? To help people and for justice. If that's the case, then so what? A surprise attack? Ugh. What a weak attack. Ugh. Ugh. Can you stop already? It really pisses me off when people get into my business just for fun. Yeah. Yeah, idiot. You need to cool down a bit. Hate to break it to ya, but you're not cut out for this. For justice, to help people? Huh. You got a picture-perfect rose garden in that noggin of yours. Starting today, this town is my territory. Just keep your mouth shut, and I'm not gonna hurt ya, okay? Well, rest up and try to think about the future. See you later. Wait! Huh? Why are you getting up? That's funny. I thought you were supposed to be in a coma for 3 months. She became a magical girl using a wish for healing. She is more resilient to damage than you, Kyoko. Eh? I wonder what kind of wish she made. I won't forgive you. It's because of people like you that Mommy... You're so annoying. I mean, seriously, you don't know how to talk to me? I've been doing this longer than you. Shut up. Stop moving around, you freaking slow ass. Saika, I'll get Madoka. Wait, don't. Why so? If you don't get her, you'll be in great danger. Let's get Madoka to become a magical girl. Let her help us. Don't worry, this is the path I chose. I will never get Madoka involved. I'm the only one who has to make the sacrifice. Even if there's no other way out of this. She's my best friend, that's why. I won't let her go through this. If it's for that reason, You no good, punk. You give me a lot of trouble, and now I'm going to finish you. Kyosuke. I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Huh? I missed? Transfer student. You? You're a magical girl too? What the? I'm sure I didn't miss. Why? What the hell did you do? Did she get behind us? That's right. You think that's enough to stop me? That's not my intention. Wait, how do you... When did you move again? So you're the regular I've heard rumors of. You've got some weird tricks up your sleeve. Kyoko Sakura. I'll never forgive you. Put down your sword, Saika-miki. You'll get dirty. Shut up, that doesn't matter. I'm not going to let her get away with this. If you want, I can take you down right now. I have no problem doing that. It may seem like I'm on your side right now, but remember that. What the hell's wrong with you? Whose side are you on? I'm the friend of the composed and the enemy of the useless fighting idiots. Which one are you on, Kyoko Sakura? Why do you know my name? Have we met before? I don't know. You're such a prick, you know? Well, I'm not looking forward to whatever else you're pulling. I'm getting out of here. That's a wise decision. I too don't want to waste my time fighting. Transfer student, you. I didn't help you. Like I said, I have no reason to protect you. However, unnecessary conflict is annoying for me. That's all. I see. So that's how you are. But, Saika-miki, I'm grateful because of you. What do you mean? You didn't try to rely on Madoka Kaname in a time of crisis. That's good. She must never become a magical girl. If you ever rely on Madoka Kaname, I will crush you with all of my might. Goodbye. Wait a minute. Transfer student, what the hell is it that you want? I already told you. It's just that unnecessary conflict bothers me. That's all. Homura Kemi. What an irregular magical girl. Saika's emotionality increased by 50. Now we've moved into the morning of day 3. And we've just seen a similar scene play out that we've seen countless times before. And that is of Kyoko basically trying to bust Saika. In her case, she wants to take over this territory because it has a ton of witches. And witches equal grief seeds equal power. And that power is translatable in the real world. Saika being Saika won't allow that. Saika has her own sense of justice in her head. Similar to the scene that we've seen before, here comes Homura. Homura puts a stop to that, and that's that. We've also ended up learning that Madoka is not even a magical girl in this one. But I think she is aware of this whole situation, because otherwise how would Kyoko be able to contact her? That's where we stand with this one, is that it's kind of similar to the first chapter we did. But in this case, all of our focus is on Kyoko and figuring out how that's going to play out. But anyways, our 3 options at the moment are Kyoko, Madoka, and Saika, and we're just going to continue our story with Kyoko. So let's go ahead and do that. Sheesh, what the heck is wrong with those guys? Are you eating again? It's called binge eating. If I don't eat, I can't keep going. I really don't like the new magical girl, Saika. She's annoying. Justice? Saving people? You can't save anyone with magic. But it's true that Saika-miki helped others with her wish. That is a fact. It'll soon result in nothing anyways. But then again, I used to be like that too. I was running around with my chest puffed out, trying to save people. And I didn't even know the consequences. Damn it. I want to punch the old me as hard as I can. I don't like Homura Kemi either. She cut me off right when I was about to deliver the final blow. I'm out of ideas. What's the point of coming here if there are so many magical girls around? You don't even know what's the deal with her either. You're the one who made her sign the contract, right? In Sayaka's case, yes. You're telling me Akemi Homura is different? She is. I don't have any information concerning her background. You should be careful yourself, Kyoko Sakura. So there are things even you don't know. What a piece of work you are. Okay, that settles it. I was getting bored of Kazumino City anyways. This'll do it. This is gonna be fun. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 10. And we're just continuing on with the story here. Our only option is Kyoko, which is good, you know, following her story. Just gotta continue on with her. But in that last interaction, of course, we see that she's frustrated with this all. Where she thought she was basically getting this giant free city all for herself is now, you know, been shattered. One that was Sayaka Miki, who'd just recently been turned into a magical girl. And Kyubei playing its games didn't even bother to tell her about Sayaka until she'd arrived. Then you have the anomaly, which is Homura. And Homura's here too, but Homura has a completely different goal than to protect Mitakihara City. So that's, you know, two curveballs. But then we also got to learn what city it is exactly that Kyoko resides in, which I don't know if I remember her ever mentioning that before. And that just adds to the whole lure is that where she's at, there do exist witches, just very few and far in between. But here, there's a lot. And of course she wants this area because it increases her livelihood. But anyways, let's continue the story. Do you have a moment, Kyoko Sakura? Wow, never thought I'd see you here at this time of day. Are you some kind of troublemaker? That's far from the truth. Don't let me in with those kind. Hey, don't be so cold to me. Unlike Mami Tomoe and Sayaka Miki, I give you a little credit. If you're out and about at this hour, you must have given up on living a normal life. This is the life of a magical girl, I should know. And that's okay. We're not normal people anymore. It's impossible to keep living a normal, happy life as a magical girl. Those who don't understand that try to hang on to their homes, their schools, and their normal lives forever. Mami Tomoe was one of those idiots. Mami Tomoe. Her. Yeah, she's gone now, for being so stupid. I'm not talking about her. I'm here to talk about my situation. Then what are you doing here? If you want to pick up where we left off yesterday, I'm ready. I already told you, I don't like pointless conflict. Then what the hell are you trying to do? I've got no idea. I want you to join me. I want you to fight with me. Really? Yes, there's a witch coming that we can only defeat if the two of us work together. Eh? So where's this witch? In a little while, Valpurgis Night will come to the city. How'd you know? It's a secret. But I need your help. With your strength, we can defeat Valpurgis Night. I was wondering what you're gonna say, but why me? Why don't you ask that blockhead from yesterday? That girl's no good. She's not suited to be a magical girl. I agree. Maybe you and I aren't so different after all. Okay, I'll give you a hand. We can't do it alone. The two of us might be able to beat it. Thank you. Well, I'll team up with you until then. How's that sound? Yeah, that's fine. But I'm not like Mommy. Or that Sayaka. I'm not interested in helping people. I'm only fighting for grief seeds. I don't mind. I'm the same way in that regard. Huh! Now we're talking. I like this so far. I have a partner. I guess this isn't so bad. Here, take some candy. What? It's a sign of closeness. Eat it. Or are you the type of person who says cute things about not wanting to eat because it makes you fat? Now we've moved to noon on day 4, and our two options are Kyoko and Homura. And in their last interaction, the two of them have actually decided to team up together. In which case, Homura went headhunting Kyoko to be her partner to take down Valpurgis. And when asked why not ask Sayaka, she said Sayaka is too weak for the task. Is that always the case? Who knows? But what we do know is that Homura has the most experience with this time period and resetting time over and over again to try to get her end goal. So perhaps at one of those times she did try with just simply Sayaka, or maybe it was just from that last chapter. Who knows, really? But Kyoko's the one that she wants, and that is what happened. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue the story. Time to eat up. Yummy. What's the matter? You seem to be enjoying yourself today. It's not like that. I'm the same person as I've always been. I don't think so. Up until now, you never cared for how the food tastes, only to care about eating it. To me, you seem to be pleased with something in particular. Shut up. I'm not being happy about anything. I'm just a little excited because a big witch is coming. Well, I guess you're right. It's been a long time since I fought with other magical girls. You always said you wanted to be alone. She's not like the other magical girls. I have a feeling we're going to get along. Homura Kemi, I really think we have a lot in common. Those eyes are eyes that know loneliness. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 10. So now it's the evening of day 4. And from the last interaction with Kyoko and Kyubei, we've seen that Kyoko's mood has suddenly shifted. She's more happy to have someone that she can work alongside. And in that sense, that's what makes her similar to Sayaka, is that Kyoko doesn't always say what she means. She tries to say something, but it doesn't come out the way she wants it to, so she immediately resorts to anger, anger just being the most easiest outlet. But she's happy to be working with Homura because she believes that the two of them are very compatible. But the reality is that they're not alike, and we'll figure that out as we're playing, you know. We do know that Homura only has one goal, and her one goal is to protect Madoka by whatever means that might entail. And, you know, no spoilers there. But anyways, Our two choices are to continue the story with Kyoko, which is what we're going to do, or to see what's going on with Madoka, because she is the title character of this whole series. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue. Excellent. You're pretty strong. Have you been a magical girl longer than me, by chance? Well, I may have been doing this longer than you have. I've never seen that kind of magic before. Is that like teleportation or something? I can't tell you. Oh, come on. What's with the secrecy? I know you're good at what you do, but you've got to do something about that. You don't think I'd betray you, right? I'd never do anything like that. That's not what I meant. It's too dangerous to talk about my abilities. Dangerous means you don't trust me after all. It's not that. I just don't want Cuba to know. So I do feel bad for not telling you, but I can't. Kyubey? He turned you into a magical girl. If that's the case, doesn't he already know about you? Sorry, I can't talk about that either. No wonder Kyubey calls you regular. Well, I don't like Kyubey that much either, and if that's the reason, then fine. What's more important is that you're good enough to partner with me, and you know how to collect grief seeds. I hope you're not too naive to think about doing this over some sense of justice. Thank you. I'm glad you're that kind of person. It's kind of weird getting complimented on my personality, but that's okay, I guess. So, I know you're strong, but are you sure the two of us are enough? This Valpurgis Night thing is pretty strong, right? What do you mean? I mean, why don't we include that Psyche to the group? Even dead trees bring prosperity to mountains. Did you not hear me? She's ill-suited to be a magical girl. She became a magical girl to heal the injuries of a boy she had feelings for. And now, she's going to help people as a magical girl. She doesn't even know the consequences of her actions. You have a point. That's certainly going to drag us down. So what about you? Why do you become a magical girl? To save someone's life. Oh, come on. That's no different from Saika Miki. What the hell? I had high hopes for you. That's not the case. What's the difference? You became a magical girl to help people too. I don't care what happens afterwards, as long as I save that person. Whatever the cost was is no longer a problem. That's where I differ from Saika Miki. What the hell is up with her? She's not like any other magical girl I've ever met. And that look on her face. She was definitely serious about it. Is it fine to work with someone that I have no clue about? Kyoko's emotionality increased by 20. We've now moved into the night of day 4, and our two options are Saika and Kyoko. And as we're seeing, Kyoko is getting to look past the mask that is Homura. Homer did basically tell her her end goal. And her end goal is very dark in the fact that she doesn't care how she gets there as long as that one reality can come true. That reality being that she saves Madoka and she disposes of the witch Valpurgis Night. Whether or not Saika, Mami, Kyoko die, she doesn't care. It absolutely means nothing to her. Whether or not the entire town of Mitakihara City is destroyed in the process, again, she does not care. It is just that end goal of getting Madoka and protecting her. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue on with the story. I feel pretty tired. This is it. I'm sure of it. Alright, this is Mommy's place. I can't believe we're here, out of all places. Mommy. Nothing has changed. It's both nostalgic and a little uncomfortable. I think of Mommy coming through that door with a cake. I wanted to eat fast, but she said I had to wait until the tea was steaming. That Mommy Tomoe girl was always a pain in the ass. But no one's come in. Everything's exactly as it was on her last day alive. Oh right, she's still considered missing. I know she had relatives just outside the city, but if you lose to a witch, you die without anyone knowing. That's why magical girls don't need homes. I'm going to live the way I want till it's over. I don't need memories or whatever. This should be her bedroom. That stuffed bear should be around here. Haha, that brings back memories. This is the one I got for her at the arcade. You still haven't thrown it away. Mommy, I knew you were an idiot. That doesn't sound like you, Kyoko. And here's the Cube button. Kyoko sounds very emotional. What should I say to her? You are Mommy's successor. I hope Kyoko will start defeating witches as well as Mommy. Or Saika's Mommy's successor. It would be a great source of emotional energy to make her aware of Saika's presence and deepen the conflict. We're gonna go with the first one. Cube. This isn't the time to get complacent. After all, you're Mommy's successor. Me? I'm Mommy's successor? That's right. You're a reasonable choice, considering your abilities and what you've been through. You said this yourself, remember? I only care about the territory. I can't replace Mommy, and I don't want to. What a stupid thing to say. I'll defeat the witches, and we can split the grief seeds. I can't do that. There's no one to replace her. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 20. It is now the morning of day 6. And in the last night, we saw that Kyoko spent her night over at Mommy's apartment. In which case, Kyubey did try to tell her that she is Mommy's successor. Of course, not well received, because Mommy in and of herself is irreplaceable. She has impacted all of the magical girls that we are aware of here in Mitakihara City. And that's a lot to basically try to take away. Even if it is to say that Kyoko is her successor, that's still a pretty big pair of shoes to fill in. Mommy had taken it upon herself to protect this entire city. For one person to take care of a giant city like that, it can be overwhelming. And then to say someone else has to take the reins of that, again, could be overwhelming. But while we were in the apartment, we saw that Kyoko went for a teddy bear that she'd won for Mommy before. Of course, I do wish that they would dive a little bit deeper into it, but it's the way that they're working the narrative for this. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue with the story. I still haven't gotten used to this bed. Maybe I should look for another place to stay. Well, for today's breakfast, let's do... Huh? Is that Miki over there? Would you look at that? Is that the famous boy? Good morning, Kyosuke. Good morning, Saika. I'm sorry for not going to the hospital yesterday. I had something urgent come up. I'm really sorry. It's okay. You came to visit me all the time. Missing one time is fine. Ah. What is it? Sorry. I have something urgent to do again. How long will it take? I can wait if you don't take too long. No, it's okay. Don't trouble yourself. Just go to school. What in the world? Sorry, can't tell you. Anyway, please just go. Alright. Sorry, Kyosuke. Ugh. Can't watch any more of this or I'll lose my appetite. Alright. He had that serious injury. She wished for his sake. So why doesn't she go to school with him? What the? What did you even become a magical girl for then? I seriously can't watch this. She's wrong for thinking she can save everyone like this. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 10. We've now moved into noon of day 6, and our two options are Saika and Kyoko. And we've gotten to see that Kyoko had accidentally stalked Saika. They were just going down the same road, and she got to see Saika's interaction with Kyosuke. To her, she would think that it would be basically cut and dry. Saika's wish save Kyosuke, and as such, Saika should be madly in love and going out with Kyosuke. That's what she expected, but that wasn't necessarily the case. She got to see that Saika was this bumbling idiot who couldn't even express her feelings and then ran off for some reason or the other. That reason is unknown to us because we're just going to keep following Kyoko's story here. So let's go ahead and do that. Oi, is that all? Damn, that's a bummer. Dang it. It was so weak, barely good for an exercise. A magical girl like you hardly needs a warm-up, right? It's true that I'm aware of my strength as well, but it's better being safe than sorry. I wanted to ask, since it's unusual for you to kill familiars, did you have a change of heart? Nah, they're just annoying me, wandering around this area, that's all. Is that so? That's something I can agree with then. You're amazing though. Even when fighting familiars, you still make sure to conserve your magic. You fought with minimal effort. And use of magic. That's amazing. I wish you could teach Sayaka all that. Why are you mentioning her? Let's say you use a certain amount of magic to defeat a single familiar. Well, Sayaka Miki uses 10 times as much magic to defeat the same familiar. She uses magic very inefficiently, thus her soul gem turns dark quickly. Huh? And what do you want by telling me this? Nothing in particular. I'm just making small talk. Isn't that what humans do all the time? While we're at it though, how many grief seeds does she have right now? 0. What? So she's going around carelessly defeating familiars like that? It looks that way, yes. That's the big difference between you two. No wonder you don't see eye to eye. It seems you really are destined to be enemies. She's even dumber than Mommy was. Damn. I remember I used to hunt witches like that back in the day as well. But the result of that was... she'll end up miserable for sure. How could I help? Huh? Am I worried about someone else? What was that just now? I'm stupid. Even food tastes bad when I'm feeling like this. And I got my hands on a really good apple too. I wonder if she likes apples. Kyoko's emotionality decreased by 10. We moved into the evening of day 6. And our two options now are Kyoko and Sayaka. Pretty usual, pretty normal. But we've seen that in the last one, Kyoko was protecting her family church from familiars, and that's not really much of a secret. By now we already know that her family had a church, and so on. So again, not really ruining anything there. But while doing so, Kyubei appears and Kyubei compliments her on her ability to be restrained with her magic and her overall power. It also wished that Sayaka had that same restraint, because equivalently, what would take Kyoko an ounce of magical power, it takes Sayaka gallons worth to be the same. And this goes on and confirms what Homura said, in which she said that Sayaka is not fit to be a magical girl. This did resonate with Kyoko, in which she said, I used to be like that. I was exactly the same. What will come of it, who knows, but let's go ahead and continue the story. My soul gem. It's just a familiar. It'll be all grown soon. Oh, it's not just a familiar. Is there a magical girl nearby? Ugh. Of course it's that rookie Sayaka. Doing something dumb like this. Going around wasting magic like that. Kyubei, what is it? Sayaka says she's following in Mommy's footsteps. But what did she teach Sayaka exactly? Nothing. As I said before, Sayaka became a magical girl only after Mommy's death. It's true that she admired Mommy, and that's how she became a magical girl. They were never in a cooperative or teacher-student relationship like you and Mommy. That last part was unnecessary to bring up. I see. So... Of course, she's still inexperienced. Let's say you use a certain amount of magic to defeat a single familiar. Well, Sayaka Miki uses 10 times as much magic to defeat the same familiar. Is she really that wasteful? She's heading this way. What will you do? Do you intend on picking up where you two left off? Nah, I made a promise to Homura, and since we aren't really on speaking terms, I'll just hide. Is it this way? At this rate, she'll notice the barrier over there. Sayaka, after all. She'll be eager to defeat you and a familiar. While we're at it though, how many grief seeds does she have right now? 0. Damn, what a pain in the ass. Here's a pop quiz for you. How many seconds will it take for little old me to defeat this familiar? I'm sure you can do it in about 30 seconds. Wrong. If I take 30 seconds, she'll notice. 10. No. 5 seconds it is. This is going to be tricky. I've always perceived that humans are at odds when their differences can't be bridged. But I don't understand what Kyoko Sakura is trying to do here. At all. Here we are now, it's the night, day 6. And we've seen that the words that Kyubey had with Kyoko had really resonated with her. She is feeling sorry for Sayaka in the fact that Sayaka really is a terrible magical girl. And that she has absolutely 0 grief seeds. So that doesn't make sense. She's expending more magic than what she has, equivalently having a car with a full tank of gas, but still using it every day. Eventually it's going to run out. And that's the same case with Sayaka. Eventually her soul gem is going to turn pure dark and she won't be able to use magic anymore. So in order to kind of save her for that, as for the real reason behind it, we don't know in this part. She took care of the familiar's den by herself, and she took care of it quickly. We didn't even have to partake in that. But anyways, our choice now is only Kyoko, so let's go ahead and continue. Gah, I'm beat. We've acquired 2 grief seeds today. Here, one of them is yours. Hey! Dang it! It's precious, so don't just go throwing it at me. Ugh. We've been at it, hunting witches for days now. Even I'm tired. Just how many grief seeds are you planning to collect? Collecting grief seeds isn't my only goal. Huh? Then why are you hunting witches left and right for? Sorry, I meant to say I have 2 goals. In order to defeat Valpurgis Knight, we can't leave any witches to Sayaka. That's all. Huh? Is that how much you despise Sayaka, Miki? That's not it. We have been friends before. Huh? Huh? You two had a falling out or something? No. But it's in the past now. Besides, if we let Sayaka near a witch, Madoka Kaname will. Kaname? Who was that again? Never mind. She has nothing to do with you now. You always talk like you know everything about stuff. Are you actually an alien or something? I'm a magical girl. Anyways, putting Sayaka Miki aside. We have to collect a lot more grief seeds to defeat Valpurgis Knight. Homura. About that, I wanted to ask you something. What is it? How do you know that Valpurgis Knight is coming? I just do. And how did you already know about me when we met? because we have met before. I don't think I've ever met you, though. If the Yoon right now thinks that, then it's true. That is correct. Who the hell is she? Whenever I try getting to know Homura, she always gives me that same look with those empty, untrusting eyes. It's as if it's even emptier and darker than before. I feel like it swallows me up. You don't have to know about that. Huh? Is that how you treat a partner? Couldn't you be a little more impressed by me? If I'm not doing a good job, she's going to get upset. She doesn't care who I am. Maybe I shouldn't trust her after all. Well, I'm feeling rested now. We're all good for today, right? I'll be off then. Later. Right. We are now at the night of day 8. And our only option is Kyoko in this case. But we've seen the interaction between her and Homura. And Kyoko keeps trying to appear behind the mask that is Homura's front. But she only gets little bits and clues. And every time she tries, Homura just builds a darker defense. This, of course, starts to sow that seed of distrust between the two of them, mostly with Kyoko not being able to trust Homura if Homura can't trust her. Ultimately, as I mentioned, Homura's goal is Madoka. So that's the only goal she cares about. And since that seed of distrust is there, Kyoko understands that given the chance, Homura would betray her. She's not, being around the bush with this. She fully understands that. But as for what will happen, who knows? But let's go ahead and continue the story. I can do this. I can do this. I can... Wait, it's Sayakamiki. Is she still killing familiars? She looks like she's in shambles. Hey, Bonehead. It's you. You've been finding familiars for nothing today? You're quite the hard worker. You made it possible for all the good citizens to sleep soundly tonight. Shut up. Why are you always on my case? What I do is my business. Heh. You're such a pain in the butt. What the hell do you mean? When I look at you, you remind me of a lot of things. And it makes me frustrated. I also heard this. The reason you signed up with Kyubey was to heal the hand of the boy you had feelings for. Makes me want to cry, but I think you're very mistaken. Nothing good comes from making wishes for others. That's the way it goes for magical girls. It was a big mistake for you to become a magical girl. Shut up! I did nothing wrong. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa! Put that away. Swords are dangerous things. Are you really going to fight me? At this rate, you're definitely going to die. I don't care what you say. We'll fight to protect others. Even if I lose my life, I will never change my mind. Huh? Huh? I can't bear to keep watching this. You're always mumbling about protecting this, protecting that. You're such a clown. Clown that falls over so easily. I remember how she always said the same thing to me. That was when I was just starting out as a magical girl. It was when I was chasing down a witch I had missed from my hometown to meet Takihara. There's two of me. Try to guess which one is the real one. Too bad. That was the wrong one. The real one is over here. Alright, I got it. Ja! Yay, I beat it. Watch out, Kyoko. That's not the real one. What? Oh no, I'm going to get hit. T-roll finale. Huh? I'm alive? Illusion magic. That's interesting. You're able to show your appearance to others in multiple ways. But unfortunately, the other witch also had the power of illusion. Talk about having the worst luck. Another magical girl? Are you okay? Yeah, thanks. So you... Let's save the greens for later. We have a witch to beat. Be careful. No matter how many times I hit it, it always revives easily. The witch's real body is the big X. I will blow up the body while you destroy the X. Got it. Let's go. Now. Ha! We did it. Well done. Hello again. I'm Mami Tomoe. I'm Kyoko Sakura. Thank you. If you hadn't come, I would have died. I'm glad I made it in time. Thank you so much. I never thought I'd meet an amazing magical girl in Takihara. Hey, what is it? I don't know how to call this. Is it love at first sight? How do I put it? It was super cool. Would you mind if I could be your apprentice? Then Mami Tomoe taught me everything I needed to know as a magical girl. The time I spent with her was very special to me. Hey, Mommy. What? What is the most important thing for a magical girl? Let's see. There are many things, but the most important is the desire to protect people. The desire to protect people? We fight to protect our friends and families from witches and familiars. As long as we don't forget that, we can become stronger. We can defeat any enemy that comes our way. So let's do our best, Kyoko. Oh, okay. Back then, I was comfortable with doing all I could for others. On top of that, I was glad to have friends with the same goals. Hooah! Oh, she's gone. Kyoko, are you okay? Sorry. I made a mistake and let the familiar get away. Don't worry about it. We'll just have to look for it again. As long as you don't get hurt, that's all that matters. Mommy. Now let's hurry up and chase after it before it gets away. Even though I made a mistake, Mommy is really kind to me. She's like my real sister. Mommy told me I was always kind and warm. I was too busy exterminating witches to spend time with my own family. To me, she was like my real family. Now, let's think of a new spell for you, Kyoko. At first, I could only use my ribbons, but through trial and error, I learned to use the gun as well. I'm sure that you'll be able to use not only illusion magic, but also other forms of magic. That's right, if we can create shields, our defense will be more impenetrable. We only have one life. Mommy. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Why did you become a magical girl? What on earth did you wish for? I only wish to live. I almost died in a car accident. My parents were in the same car, and all I could think about at the time was saving myself. In the end, my parents didn't survive. So I made a vow to never let anyone go through what I've gone through. Mommy. Kyoko, you became a magical girl to protect your family, right? Take care of what you need to protect, and never lose sight of that. Keep that promise for me. But I couldn't keep that promise. Mommy, you were kind. You were too kind. Damn it! God damn it! Mommy wouldn't have died if she wasn't such a softie. The hell with protecting people. What good is it if you're dead? It's stupid to fight for people. If only I'd realized that earlier. But Sayaka's even more wrong than Mommy. Fighting for others is never worth it. I know that better than anyone else. If Mommy hadn't lived for others, she would still be here. And yet, that bonehead girl wants to do the same thing all over again. That's how Mommy ended up dying. But she might still have a chance. Okay, I made up my mind. I'll make her understand how stupid it is to fight for others. I'll show her that this power is only meant to be used for your own sake. I won't let her follow in Mommy's footsteps. It'll be a way to mourn for Mommy's passing. Kyoko's emotionality increased by 80. Well, now we moved into the night of day 9, and I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. That was this playthrough of Madoka Magica Portable. That was my only hope left, the Kyoko chapter, in which we've learned more about Kyoko, who she is, what she stands for, and this story, we're following Kyoko as she has entered into Mitakihara City. In the wake of it, Kyubei had told her that Mommy ended up dying, but what Kyubei neglected to tell her was that it had transformed Saika into a magical girl, and that there was an irregular magical girl within the city, which is Homura. All these came to a surprise to her, because why would she show up to a city that already has someone there? Her whole point is to take over the entire territory and collect all the grief seeds. In doing so, she ended up teaming up with Homura, and they became, this duo who are working towards the goal of defeating Valpurgis Night. Although Homura does have her own actual end goal, Kyoko's just kind of following along, hoping that there would be exactly the same, but that's panned out to be not necessarily the truth. She's also learned that Homura holds this dislike of Saika being a magical girl, saying that Saika is ill-fitting of being a magical girl, and that's proven to be true. But thanks to some pushing from Kyubey, Kyoko's made up her mind to help Saika out rather than to just let her die as Homura had hoped for. As for what's going to happen with that, who knows? That'll just come as we continue to play through this. So, until then, thanks everybody for watching.